Back here in Kokee State Park here in Kauai. Today we are going to be hiking the Kumuwela Canyon Halemanu-Kokee Loop. For a full guide on this hike, you can check the link in the description below. So essentially what we're going to be doing is a loop that takes us by Poipu Falls, and then some of the canyon, and then some of the forest. So it's about 6-mile loop and should give us about 2,200 feet of elevation gain, and it should sample many different parts of this park in kind of one hike. So to get here, you kind of go past the YMCA entrance, and then we parked just in the pull-off here that's marked as parking. This is the sign you're looking for, and then the hike can start here, or the hike can start here. It doesn't really matter, however you want to tackle it. In addition to some cool hiking, this will also take us by Waterfall Falls, which is a popular one here in the state park as well. So the hike starts here on this 4x4 road, which you probably could drive, but it doesn't make any sense to do it because then you would just have to walk back to wherever you ended up parking here. Right before the gate here, take a left and hop on the trail. Emerging out of the trees from right there, you can take a right on the canyon trail. Weather was supposed to be sunny today. It is raining, so it's a good time to talk about gear. I would say rain gear at all times. Hiking poles might be helpful in this one as well. I would recommend some kind of like sandal or bathing suit if you like to get into the water. And then footwear, you can pretty much wear whatever you like to hike in, but your feet will likely get wet. Once you reach this parking area, just about 2 miles in, take a right, and then you'll hop onto the official start of the canyon trail. Emerging from the forest, and boy, are you greeted with some beautiful views of the Waimea Canyon here. After enjoying a snack or just a quick break to take in these beautiful views, the trail just continues down to the left here. I will be honest, because I always am, I was very skeptical about this hike for the first mile and a half, but these viewpoints are stunning. And next up, we have the waterfall. So I do think that this is really a great way to sample both parks here in a nice loop. So as you get to the waterfall here, you're gonna have two. The massive one, which we'll show you in a bit, and then the one you can swim at. All right, so we're gonna cross the stream here. There's an obvious crossing, or you could probably go over there. I like this spot because you can see the rocks underwater, and so we're gonna like lean on them as you cross over since we don't have hiking poles. So this is the waterfall you can swim at. It's pretty shallow though, so just be careful. They don't want you to jump or dive. We were gonna swim here, but yeah, anyway, this is a good spot to do that. After leaving the falls here, we're gonna hop back on the trail and From here, have, I don't know, just about 2.5, 3 miles back to the car. Finishing the falls here, you're gonna have another 1,300 feet of climbing to get back out of the canyon here and then back to where you started. Okay, as you reach this trail junction here, you're gonna go right. Just came out from basically where the puddle is. You'll see this sign, plow through. You're going this way through the road some more. Here is your trail junction for the Kokee Halemanu trail, and you're gonna head up the hill here. Another decent climb to start this trail here. Should be kind of wrapping up our elevation gain for the day. Whew. Humid out. As we wrap up this loop here, just some final thoughts. Overall, I'd say this is a solid B+ hike. There definitely are some miles that are quite monotonous, maybe a little boring at times, some overgrown stuff as I've tried to show you, but the lack of people is crazy. The only time we saw crowds at all today was the main, was that Waterfall? Hoyo was the main YOO trail. Was the main YPOO trail for the waterfall, and as I showed you there, that was well worth it in my opinion. The swimming hole, not the greatest. I'm not a fan of swimming in brown water, so we skipped that. We're gonna hit the beach up after anyway, but the canyon views themselves were quite good, and you had basically 270 degrees of canyon views, which is quite unique unless you're hiking down into it. Yeah, so mileage wise, this will be a little bit over 6 and about, let's say 1,600 feet of climbing, not as much as we initially had thought. Every hike that I put up on the channel here has a full guide that's linked to my website, which has information about parking, my GPX file, which you can download to your smart device, information about camping, weather, basically everything you need to know. So check that out if you haven't already. About 70% of you people who are watching this video come through and you see it and you move on. I would really appreciate throwing it a like and preferably subscribing so you don't miss any future content. It helps me grow this channel, show you more places, and ultimately help more people along the way. Of course, everything we have hiked here today, just be respectful, pick up trash, and stay on the trail. There is a lot of private property that kind of borders this hike. Finish the trail, take a left on this road, and then you will have a bit more road hiking to finally take a right and end up back where you parked. On behalf of Jackie and myself, thank you so much for watching, and as always, we'll see you guys on the next adventure.